Well, praise the Lord. It was an interesting night last night, wasn't it? The Vice President laughing and kind of like mocking Paul Ryan. I don't know if it was because he was uncomfortable or he was just arrogant. But we know Obama. I mean, we know Romney, you know. He often has opened his mouth and stuck his foot in it. More times than one. Paul Ryan kind of pointed that little fact out to him. And he knew it. And maybe that's why he was laughing so much, because he knew that he had to be on guard and hopefully wouldn't open his mouth and lose it all. But let me say something. What is going on here in America with jobs and things concern me greatly. Because I don't see that much improvement, if any at all. Too many people are still out of work. Too many people I know have given totally up. Just given up. They'll go get food stamps and they'll go down to churches and get their food and stuff. But one of the main things, another thing, is the foreign policies. From day one, I could see that Obama was wanting to apologize to everybody for us just being America. And needless to say, when this thing happened over in Libya, was the same result. Go in and apologize first and foremost. Which it has been pretty well proven, because I've heard people on the news that knew that this thing was going on, and it wasn't about the video. And like Paul Ryan pointed out, the ambassador of Paris has Marines guarding him. But yet the ambassadors in the Middle East don't have any? What are you thinking? And especially, as I've said before, when 9/11 came up, you knew the possibility of something happening could happen. And when Governor Romney talked about what happened in Egypt, he was talking right after what happened in Egypt, before what happened in Libya. If you go back and you really look at the news and put this in place, because they're trying to blame him for, I guess, what happened over in Libya, which that's not true. He wasn't privy to the facts that even the White House was privy to, and I'm sure if he had, he wouldn't have said what he said. He would have been screaming at the president for, you better get the Marines over there, you know. So, Obama has failed on that. And Iran. Okay, let's cover Iran. When they were having their civil war, which theirs was started even before Egypt and all of them others, you know, come around, and Libya and all of them, and Syria, what's happening. They had the Green Movement, And we didn't even back them. Didn't do a thing. So we still have the very hostile and angry leader of Iran is still in there. They didn't win. They didn't have support. And let me tell you, this man over there, I believe he's way more advanced in the nuclear weapons than what we even know. Somewhere down in one of those deep, deep bunkers down there, there could be possibly a nuke already made. I'm not saying there is, because I can't go over there and look. I mean, shoot, they would kill me right away, me and my big mouth. But I believe it's over there already, and more being built right now. Because when this happens, it's not going to be just simply one attack, one bomb. There's going to be many going on. Pakistan's already got it. But we fail to realize that this man believes he is designed to bring Mohammadiyah, or whatever. I can't even say that name, but you know, he's supposed to bring this person forward. It is his job. He was born to bring this person and stand and fight with him. So he's waiting for one person to arrive. And he will. He's part of the Antichrist thing. And he will show up. So he's standing over there patiently waiting for the right time and the right man to come forward and say, I am he that you're waiting for. And they will recognize him, and they will totally back him, and he will bring war to the Middle East, without a doubt. That's the reason why the Green Movement did not succeed. He couldn't afford to let it happen. Now let's go to Afghanistan. We've got a line drawn in the sand and said we're going to move our troops out at a certain date. And Biden kept saying, we're training them to take over. We're training them to take over. He also says that Al Qaeda is, under control. They're on the run. Well, let me point something out. Do you remember Vietnam? Do you remember what happened at the end of Vietnam? When we pulled out of Vietnam, we were running. We took out some people with us when we left Vietnam. But I remember seeing the pictures of all of those people that were on the tarmac crying because, see, they knew what was going to happen, and they were left behind as America pulled out. As America pulled out, North Vietnam was right behind them, coming right in on them, because we had to run, or they would have killed us too. But they come in like a flood, and they took over Vietnam, period. That's what happens when you let the enemy know what day you're going to move out and leave the country. We haven't learned any of our lessons. Our president hasn't learned nothing. It's going to be a bloodbath over there that day when we're trying to lift off and get out of there. We will see Al-Qaeda coming in, just like North Vietnam did. They're back there. They're laying in the hills. They know they got plenty of time to sit there and wait. They know that they can wait and make their final assault on us the day that we're leaving, because we're going to be busy packing things up. We're going to be busy getting ready to go. And we'll be at the least point of defense. And our boys in Afghanistan, you kept saying, we're training them. Oh yeah, we're training them where they have to wear tourniquets on their legs, so in case their legs are blown off, they can have a tourniquet to tie around to keep from bleeding to death. And when they go out, which they're stopped training a lot of them, because I don't blame them, because they'd go out with them, training them, and they'd end up, the Afghanistans will turn on them and kill them out in the field. Our people, our soldiers. There's been some that died. You know that. Oh, Biden knows that. It's dangerous. And why are they killing us? The very people that we were supposed to liberate? Because, see, they know that there's a group up there in those mountains sitting and waiting and plotting. They know Al-Qaeda is still alive and well. So to buy peace with them for their families, they'll shoot American soldiers that's training them, sending a sign to Al-Qaeda, we're taking their training, but when they're gone, we'll stand with you. So I see another Vietnam coming up in Afghanistan when we pull out. I really do. I see great trouble ahead for the Middle East. And should we stay over there? No. But we should never, ever give a date and a time that we are going to leave. Hey, guys! We never should give our enemy the details of what we're going to do. Ever. You never give your enemy that chance. We should have withdrawn our soldiers a little at a time, especially when they started killing our soldiers. And then we needed to, that day, load them up and say, we're out of here. We're gone. It's your problem now. We helped you. We helped train you guys. This is your land. This is your government. So you got the training. Take over and do it. We're gone. Which I don't think, as far as the Afghanistans are concerned, that it would have kept them from coming on in and retaking the land, because that's what they're going to do. And I would like to address this Arab Spring that we seem to have backed up a lot, in Egypt, Libya. They're Al-Qaeda. They're a big part of Al-Qaeda. And Obama will not recognize it. See, in his mind, if I don't recognize it and talk about and acknowledge it, then it won't be. That's naivety. He's very naive when it comes to things like that. And he hasn't learned from past experiences in war. Get my glasses, because I got to read you something. I've got to read you something. Okay, in Revelations, and we see the seals that have been opened and stuff. The 6th chapter and the 7th verse. And when he had opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, Come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, really meaning green. And his name that sat upon him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them, over the 4th part of the earth, Middle East, to kill with the sword, with hunger, and with death, and with beasts of the earth. Isn't it unique that, yes, they have a black flag, but yet a lot of their color is green. Their main color for Al-Qaeda and the Muslim is green. Remember when Egypt, now I know a lot of people thought that was fake and stuff, but when we seen the pale horse go across the street, and I'll find that video that I had downloaded, and I'll put it under this site. When you seen that pale horse, that greenish looking horse go across, that spirit was released over there in the Middle East, and it started with Egypt. Uniquely, this false claimer about a video started in Egypt, and it was them that burned our flag, which prompted Romney to say something about. Which it should have prompted to Obama that he'd better get ambassadors, the Marines over there around all of those ambassadors. But he didn't see the sign. But this is talking about Islam, about the Muslims, about Al-Qaeda in particularly. That's what they do. What does this green horse do? What does he bring? He brings death, and hell follows him. Hell follows them with him. And power was given unto them over the 4th part of the earth, to kill with a sword, with hunger, and with death, and with beasts of the earth. This is Al-Qaeda. This is a radical Muslim bunch, and more Muslims will go in with, because of fear. I mean, they'll kill Muslims as well as Christians and Jews or anything. The main ones that they're after is the Jews and us. Little Satan and Big Satan. So this is all a flow in. Iran did not win theirs because their leader had to be stood in place. But Egypt didn't win hers. The rebels come in and took over the Arab Spring. the green horse running. And it showed that it would happen. Libya was next, the green horse running, bringing death, destruction, famine, killing with a sword, green horse running. Syria is going on right now, the green horse running. Much death and destruction is going on right over there, right now, at this point. I believe all of these horses have been running for a while, but this one showed up particularly in the Middle East at this time and this date. And for some reason, we were able to literally see it on film as a pre-warning of what was going to come. And Biden, you lied, point blank lied, because you said that you didn't know that this was not about a video and that this was a terrorist attack. You all know. The ambassador had tried to ask for help and was denied. That's on the news. The woman sat there. I wished I could remember her name. I'll have to go out and look for it. But she said they even asked, and she even defended the reason why she turned it down. I'd have been too ashamed. I'd have been in there crying and saying, oh man, I goofed up. I followed the administration's orders and I messed up. And then Rice comes out with a lie concocted by the administration. They sent her out there and said, now you get this cleared up. So she lied. Hillary Clinton come out and blatantly lied. And she knew what was going on. So don't tell me the president didn't know. And Biden, don't tell me you didn't know. You knew. You and your president offered up those men like sheep being led to the slaughter. Because you wanted to say that Al-Qaeda is dead. It's scattered. But it's growing. It's growing by leaps and bounds in Africa. It's growing by leaps and bounds in the Middle East. You can see them in Egypt right now. You can see them in Libya right now. You can see them coming and taking over Syria right now and about to get in a war with Turkey. A war is coming, okay? The pale horse has come in and is taking over right now through the Middle East. And our president and vice president, I'm sorry to have to say this, but you're both liars. And in your lying, you're causing more harm to our country. And all I can say is if Obama and Romney gets reelected, woe be to America. Woe be to America. Because once they get elected, they're going to come after our guns. By taking our guns, they're taking our right to defend ourselves away from us. They're going to pass more laws directing about our speech, what we can and can't say. We've already got a law that if you go and say anything bad about the president within so many feet of him, we can go to jail. He's passing laws where he's making treaties with the UN that they can bring UN troops over here, and some are already over here, people. All I can say, I don't know how good it would be with Romney. I have no idea, but I do know that it's going to be disastrous if we have Obama for another 4 years. If we do, America will never be the same. You will see America change in a way that we have never dreamed of it changing. And when he manages to have Sharia law here in the United States, and you say, oh, it'll never happen. God help us. Right now I'm looking at TV and I'm seeing the 4 gentlemen that died over there. They must be talking about it. Because it is a big deal. President Obama dropped the ball. Because he wants America to think that Al-Qaeda is no longer existing. He wants America to think that Iran doesn't have the atomic bomb somewhere down there. Believe me, if they can come up with the stuff to make the bomb, put in the bomb, they'll come up with the bomb if they haven't already, which I think they already have. Maybe more than one. Waiting for that man, the Mafia D or whatever, to come. And he will come. And we're going to see a great war over there in the Middle East. We are going to see atomic bombs. And we're going to be seeing those mushrooms go up into the air. I mean, we'll be able to see them because we have a TV set and we have internet. And the world will stand back in horror. Let me read you in no. Lord says no. He says, you have read them and to them and read them to them about what I'm going to do. How I am going to totally destroy the people over there. It's in Isaiah. It's in Jeremiah. It's in Ezekiel. Destruction is coming over there. A war. Go read in Daniel. Hey guys, go read in Daniel. You will find out that we are in the last days. And if for any reason that Obama gets back in, it's going to be disastrous. America will change. And do you say Obama will bring in Sharia law? Well, he's a Muslim. He's always apologizing to the Muslims for what we are and what we do. Yeah, I believe he will. I really do. Believe me, go back and study history on some of this stuff, and you'll find out where our president is making some of the biggest mistakes and has not learned from history. He did not learn from Vietnam, what happened with it, and how our soldiers had to leave so fast to keep from losing them. It's going to happen again. But the Sabbath is right around the corner. And the day of rest is upon us tonight at sundown till tomorrow at sundown. And on this Sabbath, I think we need to pray. Pray for the Middle East, for Israel, because they're sitting over there right in the middle of the hot spot. They're sitting over there when all of this cuts loose. Because, see, they really do want to destroy Israel. As long as Obama is president, they know that he's just going to bow and say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I can't believe that I don't know. I'm sorry. I just cannot see. I cannot see people electing him back into office, but I mean, mentally, logically. But I can also see people electing him back because they don't know Romney and they're not sure about him or anything. Wake up, America, before it's too late. Wake up. And if you vote for this man, well, God bless you. Because we'll either live through it or die. Till Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach comes back again. But see, they have their own Jesus that's coming back. So beware. Beware. But I had to bring this to you today, how I observed, how I feel about what happened with the vice president debate. And to me, it just showed how big a liar the Obama administration is. And how Romney is trying to point that out. But in both debates, both of our leaders lied. Lied. That's the only way I could say. They lied. Lied about Libya. Lied about what's going on in Afghanistan. Lied about the Al-Qaeda. And I don't know how else to describe it. When you lie, you lie. I put the example. A false statement. Father, right now, bless this video and wake people up in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen and amen.